Okay, you guys, welcome. We're going to go ahead and jump in and get started. This is being recorded, so you will be able to share this recording with your teams. My name is Brittani Hayes. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an ambassador diamond, and I've been with It Works for 3 years. And I'm just so excited to share all these tips with you guys tonight. Attraction marketing is something that is so near and dear to my heart because it's how I've built my entire business. In 3 years with this business, I've literally never sent a single cold message ever, and I've just practiced 100% attraction marketing. And I have nothing against cold messaging at all, so I don't want you to take that away from me tonight. There's some incredible women on here tonight who do more of a blended version of attraction marketing and messaging and absolutely kill it, and you're going to be able to hear all of their tips here in just a little bit. But for me, I knew when I got started that this is how I wanted to build my business. Flores is my enroller, and you guys will hear from her here in a little bit and hear some of her amazing tips. But she's also always built this way. And so basically when I got started and joined her, I knew if she could do it, so could I. Hold on one second. Let me mute everybody again. And so it's not something that by any means has just fallen in my lap. It's something that I've had to commit to learning, growing, getting better and better with. And that goes with everything, you guys. It goes with pictures, captions, stories, the whole 9 yards. I'll just go ahead and just full disclosure say that time hop does me no favors. When I look back at 3 years ago, I'm like, oh my gosh. But you know what? That's how we learn and how we grow. We have to start and just, show up every day committing to get a little bit better and better. And let me just say all of that to say, this is a very lucrative way to build your business that can become so seamless if you'll simply just take the time to learn it and do it well and trust the process. I've built all the way up to ambassador with it, and in doing it all again on my 2.0 just the same. And it's also how I teach my entire team and how my entire team builds their businesses as well. So it works if you're willing to learn it and willing to work it. So that being said, first things first, I just want to say, the number one thing to know, like when you're, focused on building through attraction marketing, is that people don't care about you. They care about themselves, just plain and simple. So number one, you have to show interest in them, engage with them, compliment them, be the person that people smile when they see you in their notifications, because you're just so nice, so positive, so happy, so inspiring. Engaging with your audience helps establish a stronger presence for you on social media. It also establishes loyalty to you amongst your followers. Hold on one second, you guys, trying to make sure everyone stays muted. And so, yeah, that being said, just engaging with people and caring about people and, just making sure that you are intentional about building those relationships is just so, so huge. The number two thing is growth. You have to grow. You have to always be planting seeds everywhere, and you need more eyes on your content. The number one piece missing, I see so many times when someone comes to me and they're like, I feel like I'm, getting really good at my pictures and I'm doing all these things right. Why do I not have people that come to me? You can't market to the same 200 people all the time. You have to always be growing and always having more people seeing your things. When I got started, I only had about 230 followers on Instagram. And now today, flash forward, I'm, over 10,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm maxed out at 5,000 on Facebook. But it's because every day I've, chosen to grow my network. And that has just been so, so huge. I'm confident I wouldn't be where I'm at today without it. And so just know that that goes hand in hand with everything else you're going to hear tonight. A lot of people are saying that they cannot hear. Okay, good. There's some people saying they can hear. Okay, so that being said, growth is huge. The number three thing is, kind of going back to people don't care about you, they care about themselves. When it comes to posting, you've got to add value, offer helpful tips, inspire people, make them hold their head higher when they see your posts. You've got to be someone who knows where they're going, because people want to follow someone who knows where they're going. And a great way to get better at this, if you're kind of like, well, I hear you, but I just don't know how to, be that person. I don't know how to write those good posts like some people, or I'm not a writer or whatever. If you're always doing your self-development, you will always be freshly inspired and have your wheels turning and have things to say. If I'm ever feeling writer's block, I'll turn on a sermon or whatever audiobook I'm listening to, and boom, fresh inspiration right there. And as my self-development has increased, so have my enrollments. I've read 29 books this year so far, and I don't say that to brag, but I say that to say, like, you want to inspire, get inspired. I'm in the best place I've ever been in my business because I realized last year I have to be growing every single day. I cannot neglect my growth at all, or people aren't going to be inspired by me. Posting my story daily with a strong call to action without fail is how I signed all of my distributors. I've signed 16 distributors so far this month, and was just announced last night on the family call as a top 25 enroller company-wide globally. And again, I don't message at all. This is all from attraction marketing. But what I am is relentlessly consistent with the things I do, the things that you guys are hearing me talk about right now. And that right there, that relentless consistency is what has always taken me where I want to go. Excuse me guys, sorry for the hiccups. So an example of that is just like, even like, it doesn't matter like what kind of day it is. Like if it's a crazy day and I feel like I don't have like a ton of content, I'm always going to tell my story. My story is always going to go on my social media. If you scroll through my Instagram or you scroll through my Facebook, you're not going to find a day where I wasn't sharing the opportunity. And that's what keeps a steady flow of potentials coming my way. An example of telling your story when you're new, I always like to share this on Zooms because so often people ask me, they're like, well, I'm new, like I don't have a success story yet. One thing I did when I was brand new was I would just tell Claire's story. I would literally write a post and I would say, for months and months, I followed a girl on social media and watched her rapidly change her life with a business she worked off her smartphone. I always wondered if I could do it too. And finally, after a lot of watching, I reached out to her, jumped in, got started, never looked back. I'm so excited because now I get to work off my smartphone too. And I know this is going to be the year that everything changes. If you've been praying for a solution for your family too, message me or text opportunity too, and then I give my phone number. That is how I would tell my story in the beginning when I didn't have a success story to tell, when I was, you know, an executive or a Ruby. And that right there still allowed me to sign distributors even without, you know, like on paper having a lot of success yet. One of my triple diamonds on my team, she reached out to me when I was an executive, and I ended up finding out later after I was, you know, already diamond and above, she shared with me that when she was reading those posts, she thought I was a top earner with the company. And I wasn't, I was an executive, but the way I was writing my posts consistently, she was so inspired and she thought this girl must be like top of the company. And so that just goes to show you, you can inspire people at any stage in the business. You can inspire people even if you're brand new. You just have to make a decision that you're relentlessly committed to your vision and that you're going to show up every day and be so consistent. Because I'm telling you guys right now, I'm going to get to this in a second, but consistency is what will make or break your business. And so that being said, before I move on to that, I wanted to talk about just how important the call to actions are at the end of your post though. All of my distributors message me or text me the word opportunity, literally every single one. If I were to show my phone right now, and I totally would, except you can't see with the glare, if I go into my text messages and I type in the search bar opportunity, boom, you're gonna see all these messages come up of like the history of everyone that has texted opportunity. Here's the thing, people ask me this all the time. They're like, oh, but like, what if I get like weird texts or whatever? I don't ever get weird texts. I only ever get potentials coming to me. But people oftentimes are scared to reach out to you. They don't know what to say. And so by you giving them a simple word to message you or a simple text that they can send to you, that's easy for them. They don't have to think about that. And that's something that I learned from Claire. I remember joining and seeing her enroll all these distributors. And I noticed, you know, hello, success leaves clues. I noticed at the end of all her posts, she was doing that. And I was like, okay, if she's doing that and she's enrolling all these distributors, I trust her. She's earning 6 figures with this business. I'm going to do what she's teaching me to do. And that's how I've signed all my distributors to this day, you guys, 3 years in. I never, ever, ever put an opportunity post up without a call to action. Literally never. But taking it beyond that, just a few things for you to think about. Who are you? What's your brand? You've got to know who you are and like have that consistent message on social media. For me personally, I feel so strongly about empowering women across the globe. That's something that like I have as a tagline on my business cards and on my website. And so my post, you're going to get a lot of that. You're going to see that I really want to empower women. You're going to see that I want to, you know, help them feel stronger than they do in their weakest moments. I want to speak truth and love into them. I want to relate to them, but I also want to offer hope and solutions to them. But wrapping this up, I want to make sure I wrap this up timely so you can hear plenty of time with everybody else. But the last thing I wanted to hit on is consistency. You cannot just show up and make a post once a week and expect to be a mass enroller. It's just not going to happen. Consistency waters your seeds and strengthens your message. It reaffirms you. It reaffirms your vision. It like helps people trust you more. But here's the thing. Social media only monetarily rewards those who use it consistently. Plain and simple. Likes don't equate to dollars. You might post once every week and get more likes than me on a post, but I promise you, you're not enrolling more than me. And so often I see people get so hung up on likes. They're like, how do I get more likes? How do I get more likes? I never judge how well I'm doing based on how many likes I'm getting. I judge how well I'm doing based on how many enrollments I'm getting. product post or story, am I getting someone in my inbox inquiring about it? When I put up an opportunity post, am I getting an opportunity text wanting to know more about the business? That's how I know if my content's good. Do people wind up in eSuite because of it? I just think, like, it's so important to remember, so many of my customers and distributors never like or message on anything before signing, but they were watching. They still wound up in my eSuite. So again, if like, this is where, in my opinion, focusing solely on likes just doesn't make a lot of sense, because the main question we should be asking ourselves is, am I enrolling based on what I'm doing? That should always be the question. And that goes with any way you're building your business, not just attraction marketing. So yeah, that's my main tips I had. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Lauren now. And yeah, I'm super excited to hear your tips, Lauren.
Oh my gosh, yay. That was amazing. And like, I feel like it was pretty much everything that I do. Oh my gosh, I'm like, took so many notes. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys, my name is Lauren Berryman. I'm a presidential diamond. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I've been doing this business for 8 years. Holy cow. I feel like I was double diamond for the majority of those. No big deal. And I just double promoted, in February from double to presidential because of lifestyle or attraction marketing. And for me, that looks like sharing my story. It looks like, I kind of made a two thing. Like, I started sharing my story and I started shifting my focus to keto. Or keto works. That does not mean that I don't love It Works. You guys, I wouldn't even be here if it was not for It Works. I love our company. I love our products, and I am loud and proud about it. But keto is such a hot, key word right now that I just kind of noticed, especially at vendor events and things, that if I would say It Works, people would be like, oh, my mom sold it, my grandma, whatever, tried it one time and had 10 chicken wings and a beer and it doesn't work. And, I was like, what? This is crazy. Like, it's amazing. And then I would say, keto works. And they'd be like, what? Keto? Oh, I've heard of keto, but I don't really know what it is. Like, what is that? And it just instantly clicked in my brain. All of a sudden they didn't care about their mom or their grandma who ate the chicken wings. All of a sudden they just wanted to know what I had and how they could get it. And so I just kind of went with that and ran with it. I started shifting my focus, away from, you guys, anybody been on here long enough that all we posted was black, green, and bling and $99 and products, join my company, buy this product, do this, and I just felt like it was so, overwhelming. No one logs into Facebook and says, what's Lauren selling today? I'm going to buy some crap from her. No, they log in and they are on Facebook because they want to stalk us. They want to see what our lives are like, what we're doing, what our kids are doing, what schools we're going to. If we're losing weight, how are we doing it? If we're trying a diet, what is it? What are the recipes? I mean, come on, does anybody ever message you and say anything like, hey, how many more people message you saying, hey, what are you doing to lose weight? Or, hey, where are those jeans? Where'd you get those jeans? Instead of, hey, do you have any crap to sell? I want to buy some. It's just, I just noticed that shift. So I just went out to start sharing me and my life. Like Facebook is your diary or your, journal or your personal memoirs. I don't know. I just started sharing my story of not always pretty. I started, getting real and going live about what I was doing for my mental health. I don't know if you guys, know much about my story, but I lost my daughter at 37 weeks pregnant, and I did not know if I could continue working this business or even living here on this earth, honestly, any longer. And so when I got raw and real about what the products did for me to not only, help me function and keep breathing after such a tragedy, but how they were making me money and how I never, for 1 second of those 2 years that I basically was MIA and aloof, never not got a paycheck from It Works Global. Every single month they cut me a paycheck. And now once it got toward the end, and if you know my story, it got to about $252. So I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy, but hey, that's $252. And that was money and income that I had coming in when I was going through the worst time of my life, So I got loud about that and I started sharing that, and I started sharing, my journey and how this company has always been there for me, not just financially, not just with the products, because they were amazing. They are amazing. The income is incredible. But this, the people that were there for me when I went through what I went through were the It Works sidelines that I had met. Cindy Pentecost, Melody, my upline, like those were the people that were there for me and praying for me and would come over and sit with me. And so I shared that. And all of a sudden I just noticed this huge shift in, when I stopped posting It Works, It Works, It Works, it was like everyone wanted to know what I was doing all of a sudden. And I wasn't doing anything different, but it looked like it, they could tell that I was more excited. I posted about a product that I was using that got me off of my anxiety medication, but I didn't say what product, right? Like I just started posting things to make people so interested in what I was doing that they had to message me in order to find out what it was I was taking or how they could make money from their phones in the bed, like whatever I was doing, I just would share that. And especially now, you guys, with lives, and I'm pretty sure it was Joel Dunn actually, when we were in Barcelona, that told me like going live and sharing, like, and doing things on stories right now, not only is Facebook putting in a ton of money into, but people want to know what it's like to be you. People want to know what it's like to be Stefani Dunn. People want to know what it's like to be Brittani Hayes, so the best way for them to see that is through a video, through your story, through, a live, and truly like sharing, hey, here's me and it's crazy bad time. Oh my gosh, but I just signed up a customer and I'm so excited to start Jessica on Just Celery. Like it doesn't have to be this perfect blogger lifestyle. It's just you and, like she said, Brittany said, like, it doesn't even have to be your story right away. If you're brand spanking new, you're not making a ton of money yet, you haven't tried any products yet, that's okay. Share your upline story or there's tons of success stories out there. Share those and start saying, this is why I'm joining. This is what I'm working towards. This is why I want a side hustle. This is why I want to improve my health. This is what I'm looking to accomplish and I'm so excited. Who wants to do it with me? Because I have found, you guys, that no one wants to do anything alone. Like it's way less fun, right? It's so much more fun to like have a friend doing it. So when you're new, get excited and say, y'all, who wants to do this with me? I'm so excited. And if I have 3 friends, then I can get a really fast start and I can teach you how to do the same. And we can really, rock this thing together. Nobody wants to do anything alone. Let's have fun and do this together. And I promise just you sharing your story and being real and maybe a little bit vulnerable, maybe making your post a little bit more mysterious, not posting every single time that you have, product, just that product with the label and everything on it, because I just want people to be curious about what my Nacho Mama's Mocha is, that they have to message me and find out instead of me posting, a bag of the coffee and them going and Googling it or asking their grandma that had the chicken wings about this coffee. And they may or may not get the information that they really want or need. And it doesn't guide them toward, becoming a customer, especially not with me, right? So that's kind of how I do attraction marketing. It's not like me not saying anything about It Works or not posting about, what the business is, but it's just a day in and day out. This is my life. And my life just so happens to have It Works all throughout it. And this is how I, not only make an income, this is how I have stayed healthy, lost weight, have energy. And also this is my family. These are the people that are there for me. This is the fun that we have. This is the freedom that it's given me because I've been retired from my career now for 7 years. So, I just share that, and that's what attraction marketing kind of on a day-to-day basis looks like for me. So I don't remember who's next. Oh my gosh. Is Alejandra on here yet? Whoever is next. I know they're going to be amazing. And I'm
yes.
going to unmute themselves.
Hey girl, I'm on here next, but we have Tiffany Herr. So Tiffany Herr is next. So if she's on here,
hello.
Mute herself. Hey, beauty. Okay,
hi. I'm so excited to be on here, you guys. Okay, so I really have thought to myself while I'm sitting here listening and just in general, I thought, okay, what am I going to bring to this Zoom tonight? Like, what do people want to hear from me? So I thought back from like literally when I first started this business. By the way, I'm Tiffany Herr. I'm an ambassador Diamond. I've been in for 5.5 years now, which is seriously insane to even talk or think about. Like, it blows my mind that it's going to be 6 years coming up in February. But when I joined this business, I think for me, the biggest thing that has allowed me to continually be successful is my confidence and my excitement through the business. I also believe that being real has helped me as well. I've always been vulnerable in all situations of my life. So me miscarrying, me going through, at one point being so very just sad in my life. I went through a really hard time for a whole entire year of being with It Works and just being vulnerable and opening up on that and just talking about mental health and stuff like that. That allowed me to connect to other people. And so people just want to see real, but also, you guys, people want to see excited and they want to see confidence. So here's what I'm going to give you guys today when I'm talking to you guys on the Zoom. I'm like so hyped right now because I haven't got on a Zoom in a long time and done this. So I feel a little nervous, but super excited. But for confidence, when you join, people will say like, well, how are you so confident if you've never tried a product? And just so you guys know, I had never tried a product. I wasn't a loyal customer. I wasn't out here, like I've never done anything like this before. My confidence came from, if I'm going to spend my own $100 enjoying something, then I better have the confidence and I better have the excitement. So people buy you before they buy the product. You got to be excited for what you have your hands on. You joined for a reason, so you might as well go all in and be 100% excited. So for me, it's always been getting on lives, getting in front of people, getting on my stories. You guys will see, I've just started this new thing. If you guys follow me on there, my newest thing, it's Coffee at Tiffany's. And so like instead of Breakfast at Tiffany, Coffee at Tiffany's. And I literally started with a graphic and I have Breakfast at Tiffany's song. And then I do this whole chat in the morning time talking about whatever I feel like I want to chat about that day. Whether it's me, whether it's something that's going to include them so that my Instagram gets popping and people are responding to me, whatever it is. But I swear people are responding because they're just excited. So be excited about what you have your hands on as far as it works. And the way that you do that is you start figuring out why you even join this business and what you want out of this. I knew when I signed that first loyal customer that I was going to be a vulture. I mean, I signed one loyal customer and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm about to be rich, like one customer. And I just thought I was about to be like this like multi-millionaire, which ended up working out for me, but because I was excited, you guys, and I was passionate, and people flock to people who are confident in what they have their hands on. So you don't need to try a product. You don't need to know everything. Just go out there and start talking to people. People are attracted to people who are happy and excited and passionate and whatnot. So figure out while you're on social media, what is going to attract people to you. And you know what that is? That's being vulnerable. That's being real, just like these ladies said. And I think too, when you're on social media, it's just figuring out, and finding people who relate in your topic. So find people that like the same things that you like on social media. So that way, when you're posting about those things, you get good feedback and you're having fun and you're connecting with them on that way. So for me, I'm a little bit different. I do message, but the reason I message and the reason I feel comfortable doing that is because I do feel like my social media, and here's something I do. I'm an attraction marketing type of person, and I'm also a messenger. So if you go on my Instagram, you will notice that my Instagram is basically all like fashion stuff, okay? So it's all fashion. But then when you go to my Instagram stories, it works, okay? And I'm not talking just like terrible graphics. I'm talking about me talking about the business, me talking about the opportunity. Today I did 5 reasons why, or 5 excuses that people use to join my business. So get on there and show people your face. You cannot just post a pretty bottle, and think people are gonna wanna join you. You gotta post before and afters. That's why when I got started, I feel like I was so successful because I was posting so many before and afters that people were contacting me at first, and this is gonna make you guys laugh for those of you that never heard my story. People were like contacting me and they were like, hey girl, I think that your Facebook got hacked because there's like bellies all over your Facebook. And I was like, no girl, that's my business, that's It Works. And let me tell you a little bit about it. So literally just contact your people and be excited. You don't need to know everything. Just call them and say, listen, I just joined this business. I want to make an extra $500 a month, and I want to know if you want to join me. Okay, that's it. Like, literally, that's it. It's super simple. Keep it fun. Keep it fresh. Get on there and show people your face. Talk about what you love, what products you're using. And the newest thing that I've been telling my new distributors, because I feel like this is so important, but I really seriously feel like this is so important here. We have way too many products to talk about every single day. So if you're new on this and you're feeling overwhelmed, I totally get that, because we do have so many products. Pick 2 or 3 products and call it a day. I pick for me, and if they ask for other products, that's when you'll mention them, but find 3 products you really want to go hard on. Like for me, it's Fat Fighters, Keto Coffee, and right now Thermophyte X. I go hard on those all day long because I love them and I use them every day, and I'm getting crazy results. So I tell people, and I'm excited, but you don't see me talking about anything else right now because I'm not really necessarily using them, but other people are. So then if someone asks about it, I can say, yeah, my girlfriend Stacy uses it. She loves it. These are her results. And then you can go from there. So pick a few products you love, talk about them every day. Again, consistency, like Brittany said, she's absolutely right. That's why she's successful. That's why she's a number one enroller right now. Because she is consistent in her business. You gotta be consistent. You can't lay off the pedal, and that's because your job in this business every single month is 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. That's it. That is your job, and that's really not that many. So again, for me, I do message, and that's because I feel like when I message, my profile is beautiful. Then when I send the message, you should probably go look at my profile and be like, okay, she seems like a cool chick. I'll message her back. People are super nice to me even when I cold message them. And just ask them simply, hey girl, just wanted to see if you're interested in making some extra income. It's how I stay home with my kiddos. Before this, I was working 2 jobs 7 days a week. Figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. That's literally what I say. People love that. Because not only did I put a little snippet of my story in there, but at the end I said, figure it wouldn't hurt to ask. You know, just like super chill. Just like, I'm just asking you a question. So keep it chill, keep it simple, have fun, get on your stories, talk about your products, do coffee, do whatever you need to do to make it fun, but make sure you are consistent with that, because I swear, and I promise you, have you ever noticed when you see something so much it annoys you to the point of wanting to ask what it is because it's annoying you? You're like, what is this thing? Like I keep seeing these girls talk about this damn Revlon hair blow dryer. Tell me you guys know what I'm talking about. It's this like straightener thing that gives you like a blowout or something, okay? And I keep seeing it. It's like $50 and I could just make the jump, but I just keep seeing it. But I'm like, okay, now I have to buy it. Guess who bought it from Amazon? I did. And I have no idea if it's going to work, but it looks like it does, so I bought it because I keep freaking seeing it. So that's what you got to do. You got to remember that people, the way yes. See, I know you guys see what I'm talking about, but see what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. So that's what you need to be for other people. You need to be the person that when they see your thing, they're like, oh, I know that girl. She does it works. And my girlfriend wants to make some extra income, so I'm going to send all my people to her. So attraction marketing is all about, for me personally, excitement, having fun, and doing what I love, which is talking, showing my fashion on my profile, and then my Instagram stories going ham with the business, and then my family and all that other stuff, and adding it all in there. So that's really it for me. I don't know if I just talked too long. I just got so excited, like literally just got so excited.
I think we're good. So somebody asked about an app. Like I would like for us to get maybe a little bit more specific. Like I was hoping Lauren was going to touch on her presets and stuff, like making your page look attractive. And somebody just asked what kind of app you use for your stories, like something that makes your stories look attractive. So maybe just touch on that really quick. And if you happen to use any kind of presets or something that makes your feed look a little bit, okay, Claire's going to cover the presets and apps. Okay, so maybe just share what app you specifically use for the story, and then we'll move on to Claire, who's next. So she's gonna answer that perfect.
Okay, so you guys are so great. I love you guys. But for apps that I use Over, and it may seem a little bit difficult. I promise it's not. If you need any help with it, just ask. I use the app Over, and then I also use for presets. Her name is Sarah, S-A-R-A Vickers. She's on Instagram, and you can buy her presets, and that's the presets that I personally use every single day on every single picture. But the biggest thing is making sure that you're against good lighting. The lighting should be coming towards you. It should not be behind you. That's the key for pictures. So if you're in your house and you're holding a coffee mug, don't do it in your dark kitchen. Go to a window, smile towards the window, put your mug up, get your preset on, and then boom, you've got a professional picture. So Over is my favorite app, and then I also use Unfold because that's really simple. So if any of you guys are like, I'm not interested in all that craziness, you can totally use Unfold and then get on your Instagram, put it on there and add some GIFs, make it look fancy and cute, and then call it a day. It doesn't need to be some crazy thing like speculation where every time you make a post, it's like the most outrageous thing. Like, don't make yourself feel overwhelmed with that either. So, but those are really good apps and that you can use. And the presets are for Lightroom CC, just so you guys know. Okay.
Okay, perfect. So let's have Claire come on so she could talk all about presets and how she does that to work her attraction marketing. Thank you so much, Tiffany and Lauren. So let's have Claire and all her beauty come on.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be on here tonight. I'm in my truck. I hope this is okay. This is just my life. I'm traveling right now, so I have a mobile office this week, and it's just, you can work from anywhere. It's all good. Okay, so I have a few things for the note takers. I'm a note taker when I get on Zooms. I like bullet points. I like notes. So if you've got your notes, you can pull them out because I'm going to have some bullet points for you. But attraction marketing, number one, is about being the right brand. Who are you? What is your brand? What are you about? When I go to your page, I should be able to look at just a couple of posts and be able to say, okay, that's what that girl is about. That's the content I can expect from her. So for me, it's really important to be inspirational. It's really, really important that when people, sorry, there's a fly in my car. I'll bat at it a few times. It's really important for me that when people leave my page that they feel encouraged, they feel inspired, and they walk away just feeling lifted. So that's very important. So because of that, everything I post is going to be consistent with that. You're never going to see me post something negative or something that's going to make you depressed or something that's going to make you angry, because that's not what I want you to feel when you come to my page. I want you to feel happy, excited, validated, encouraged, and inspired. So think about, what do you want people to feel when they come to your page? And I have a girl, one of my newer girls. One of my newer girls, I've been working with her because she's an opposite personality to me. She's like an in your face, really passionate, like just not the same personality as me. She's not like, you know, she's not interested in being like just encouraging. She's hilarious and sarcastic. And so we've been working on building her brand of like, you can be whatever you need to be. Being, you know, an inspired total brand, it doesn't have to look like what it maybe looks like for me. It can look totally different. And so maybe your page is full of like just satire and sarcasm, and that's what, but the people that are going to be interested in that are going to come to your page from that. So number one, figuring out who you are and what you have to offer. And then number two, who is going to want what you're offering. So you have to get yourself in front of the right audience. So once you're the right brand, now you need the right audience, because you can do attraction marketing all day long, but if you're only attraction marketing to the same 100 people, and those 100 people have decided that they've either already joined you or they're no longer interested, then your business isn't going to continue to grow. So you have to, if you're going to do attraction marketing and you're going to do it right, you're going to have to always have a massive audience, and you're going to have to keep increasing your audience and getting your content in front of new people. So you figure out who you are and what your message is. Now, who wants to hear that message? If part of your messaging, part of your branding is makeup, I go live and I do my makeup very often. I'm not going to be adding from a group of people that are not interested in makeup. I'm going to be adding from a group of people that are interested in makeup. They're going to want what I'm putting out. I'm going to be adding, I am a strong Christian. I'm very strong in my faith, and all of my posts typically center around my faith. So I add other people of faith because I know that they're going to be interested. They're going to be excited about what I'm sharing. So if what you're sharing has to do with dogs because you're a passionate dog owner, then you're going to be adding other dog owners. You're not going to be adding people that aren't interested in dogs. You're going to be adding people that are interested in what you're putting in. You're going to have like-minded people. So you're going to be adding from that. So making sure you're consistently adding well. And then number three, so one, the right brand, two, the right audience, number three, the right content. You have to have the right content that you're putting out. And that goes back kind of to branding and messaging, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you have credibility with your content. And this comes from having original content. So I'm going to say something right now that might, I don't know. I get nervous because I'm yellow. I get nervous to offend anybody. But please stop copying and pasting posts. It's like my pet peeve in the business because you have something to say. So stop devaluing yourself. Stop thinking that my content is better, so you have to copy and paste mine, or Stephanie's content is better, so you have to copy and paste hers. Do what is you. Speak from your heart. Speak what you're passionate about. Share your vision and your dreams. You join this business with a dream and a passion, so share that, because people are going to connect to that. Because here's the thing, if you're just copying my posts, for example, people are going to join you and then they're going to be like, wait a second, this doesn't sound like the girl that I've been reading in the post. You're totally different. And they're going to be like confused by it. You have to give them yourself and who you are, because there are people that will connect to what you have to say so much faster than they'll connect to what I have to say, because I'm only myself, but you have a whole different set of values and skills and things that you have to offer. And so share it, and don't be afraid to share it. And don't feel like, oh, well, but it doesn't look the way so-and-so looks, so I'd rather just take their post because I like their post better. No, write what you have to say. You have something to offer, so don't devalue that. Think about what gets you excited about your business, write about it. What scares you about the future, write about it. There are other people that are feeling those same things, and so don't devalue it. And then make sure that you're piquing interest with everything that you're saying. And Lauren touched on this a lot, of just like kind of piquing interest. And there are oftentimes, I rarely ever come full out and say that I'm with It Works. I talk about my social media business. I'm constantly just my social media business. I started working with social media. I started working from home, because I don't want to give all the answers in my post, because that's what starts the conversation. People will reach out to me and say, oh my gosh, what do you do? And now I get to tell them about It Works and about what an amazing company it is and how I found it. And I get this one-on-one opportunity to really share it, but I'm inviting them to ask the question. And just like Brittany talked about the call to action, I have always done that, like she mentioned. And the reason I did that is because that's how I joined this business. Was Alyssa Billiou put up a call to action post, and I texted the word opportunity to her, and that is what started my business. And the reason why, and let me tell you this because it's impactful, and this is why I am such a believer in call to action, I always will be, is because I watched her for 15 months and we had a friendship. We had emailed back and forth, we texted back and forth, we had talked before, never about the business though. I had watched her business for 15 months, and the reason I never joined her is because I never felt invited. And it wasn't because she was doing anything wrong. It was a timing thing. She was definitely not doing anything wrong. She's a rock star in the business. But when she gave me that word that I could text her that made me feel anonymous, it changed everything for me, because suddenly I was able to step out from the shadows of just watching her, and I could, in an anonymous way, reach out and say, okay, tell me more. And that's what got my business started, which changed my whole life and my whole legacy. And so I always want to give people that invitation so that they feel welcomed. And the reason I didn't reach out just on Instagram DM or Facebook Messenger is because, get this, I didn't think I was the kind of person she would want on her team. Do you know how many people are watching you that maybe don't know if they're the kind of person you even want to work with? And they could be your next ambassador diamond. I was her next personally enrolled ambassador, and I was hiding in the shadows because I didn't know if she would want to work with me. So give people that invitation. Okay, the next thing, so we've got the right brand, the right audience, the right content, and the right images. So this is where we're going to kind of talk about a little bit about presets and all of the apps and stuff like that. So the right images. When you're doing attraction marketing, you have to have a feed that's attractive to people, right? It's in the name. You've got to have a feed that's attractive to people. You have to have both content and images that are kind of draw people in and get people excited. So this means a lot of you in your images. Give us your face. Give us your smile. Give us pictures of you, of your family, of you doing life. You know who does this so well? I've just been watching them because they're on this Zoom, but Caesar and Eliana, they do such a good job of sharing their life and their adventure and their traveling. And you've always got like Eliana looking adorable, holding up her products or holding up whatever she's doing. And they're always showing this like exciting lifestyle. And so you're drawn in and you want to see what they have to say. And so think about that. Like, okay, what can I draw people into? And here's the thing. Maybe you're sitting there and you're like, well, I don't travel. I don't have a cute baby. I don't have, you know, all these things that I think maybe I need to have this exciting feed. The thing is, you have to understand that your life just looks how you live it. It really just looks how you live it. If you're having fun, you're excited about your life, then that's going to come through. Even if all you feel like you ever do is run to the corner gas station, it doesn't matter. You can be excited and you can have fun with what you're doing in your life, and you can take fun pictures and you can show it as fun. I was doing attraction marketing from day one in my business. I remember being not even a Ruby yet, and I signed 3 distributors from one post, and it was a picture of a coffee mug I'd bought at Target. And I took a picture and I said, I'm so excited that I was able to buy this cute coffee mug without having to take it out of my husband's hard-earned paycheck. And I had 3 moms that texted me and said, oh my gosh, I get so worked up because I feel guilty buying things from my husband's paycheck. I want to do what you're doing. It was a $5 coffee mug, you guys. You don't have to buy a mansion and stand out in front of it and say it works in order for people to join you from your post. It can be a $5 coffee mug. That's it. Okay. Presets. I'll touch on this really quickly because we still have such amazing people to hear from. So taking a good image, Tiffany touched on exactly what I was going to say, making sure the lighting is in front and all of that, taking clear images. Our phone cameras do a great job. Don't think that you have to go buy some fancy camera. All my pictures are taken on my iPhone. It does a great job. So presets are for Lightroom. Lightroom is incredible. If you're not using it, get with it. It's amazing. It's like the best photo editing app. I love it so much. And the presets, you can buy them on Etsy for as little as like $5. You can buy presets for very inexpensively. The presets that I personally use are Chelsea Jean, not Alexa Jean. Those are very popular as well. So Alexa Jean are a really popular preset that you can use. I use Chelsea Jean personally, but there are so many out there. I used ColorMade for a really long time. Those are a great one. So if you're looking for some ideas, but figure out your style. What is the style that once you choose a good preset, run with it? So for me, I wanted a preset that was going to keep my image color true to color. I want to look back on my images in 10 years and I want them to look how I shot them. I want my colors to look true. Some people like the more trendy look where it kind of alters the colors a little bit. Then look for that. You know, whatever kind of draws you in, look for that. I wanted bright, colorful, and true to color. And so for me, Chelsea Jean does a really good job of that. And yeah, you can make your own presets. So if you're really great at editing images yourself, go ahead and you can create a preset from there as well. But use original images. This goes back to what I was talking about using an original post. Use original images, you guys. Here's the thing. I'm not going to get mad at you if you use my images. That's fine. None of us are going to get mad at you. But at the end of the day, the algorithm, first of all, likes an original image a lot better than something taken from Pinterest or taken from another feed, because it does. And Lachelle will blow your mind with how she knows about how Facebook can tell it's been used before and all that stuff. She blew my mind when she taught me about that. But basically, take an original image. It's not that hard. Learn it. Take some time. What I did is I went on YouTube and I watched videos of how to take a good Instagram picture. And I watched hours and hours from all these influencers and all these cute Instagrammers that taught me how to take a flat lay and taught me how to take an outfit picture and taught me how to pop my leg a certain way and all this stuff. I watched it for hours and I just ate it up. And now I love taking images and it's become like an interest of mine. So know that you can do it. Don't feel like, oh, well, I can't take a good image. And then here's one thing I wanted to touch on really quickly. When I first started, I lived in a crappy little townhouse with hideous laminate countertops and gross floors and nasty stained carpets. I went to Lowe's and I bought sample tiles. I bought fake marble, I bought a wood look tile, and I bought a fake granite. And they were $3 a pop. And I would put them next to the brightest window in my apartment, and I would lay out whatever I wanted to lay for my flat lay, and I would just take pictures on that. And so it looked like I lived in a house with these beautiful, expensive surfaces, when in reality, I was pretty much living in a dump. So there are lots of ways around those kind of things, because I know we get that question a lot of, well, I don't have the beautiful countertop to take a picture of my cleanse. You don't need it. It's fine. Buy one pretty picture and take pictures in front of it. Yeah, be solution minded. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to say is video is where it's at right now. I have been doing a lot of video follow-ups. So instead of doing even voice message follow-ups or copy paste follow-ups, I do a video. So I have people interested in the cleanse. So the last time I did a cleanse, I just filmed a video. I made it very generic, but it feels personal. And I made like a 10-second video, and it's like me standing in my office with my cleanse. I'm like, girl, I just got done drinking this new cleanse. Here's how it tasted. Here's how I feel. Like, I was just like not even wearing makeup, just in my office. And I got such a good response, because they get excited when they see video, and people are really intrigued by video. Video is what's carrying the most weight right now. So video follow-ups, video messaging, videos in our stories, just get in front of video constantly. That is where it's at right now. So that's it. I'm done talking. Sorry.
That was amazing. Yay. So speaking of Lachelle and her amazing tips, she's next. So hopefully she's on here. So if you're on here, just unmute yourself, Lachelle, and she will go over.
Hi, I'm here. And
oh my God, with the baby. Yay.
I'm with child, guys. We're a little off schedule today because it was Daddy's first day at work. in 2 months since he was born. I might bring home Daddy because if it works. I haven't decided yet. But I'm super excited to talk about this. And I want to start out by saying that, you know, I got on my first traction marketing Zoom and I'm like, okay, everybody is telling me all these things, but what is attraction marketing? Can someone please give me the definition? Because I'm super green. And I was like, what is it? Okay. I'm formula based. I work so good off of formula. So for all the greens on there, let me just like put this out there for you because I don't remember who said this to me. Actually, I do remember who said this to me, but she's no longer here. And she said to me, attraction is a way that you evoke interest, and marketing is a form of communication. You need to evoke interest within your network in order to communicate with your network. And I was like, got it, got this. So something that I want you guys to all remember is that whatever you're going through in life, whatever, you know, you are interesting and somebody else is going through the same thing. Somebody else loves the same exact hobbies as you. Somebody else loves the same exact music as you, the same like movies, makeup. Somebody else just had a newborn. There is somebody else out there that will relate to your content. All right. I remember being in the beginning of this business thinking that I was boring. Like I didn't have enough good content to put out there instead of just putting me out there. And you will attract views by putting you out there. And I think it's so important to, you know, in the beginning when I started to be like, okay, I want to do this attraction marketing thing. Because I remember listening to Claire talk about, she's like, I don't message. And I'm like, you don't message? Like, what do you mean you don't message? Talk to me about how you're not messaging. And she's actually the one that taught me a call to action. And so I started doing call to actions, but then I was like, you know, you will find, and I'm saying this, is that something that's so great that I've already heard through everybody that's talked is that we're all doing everything a little bit different. We're all giving you different ingredients to your recipe. Please remember that. We're all giving different ingredients to your recipe. So call to actions didn't work for me, but sarcasm worked for me, okay? Something that I want to give to my network is sarcasm. And, you know, a transfer of emotion through sarcasm. That is the way that I work my business. If you go to my page or if you follow me or anything, you will see that the majority of my posts have some type of sarcasm in there, kind of pulling on a string of emotion, because all of the posts that you put online that you want to attract people in, you will attract people by 3 points. Number one, if you notice the flyer that was posted of all of us, all of our photos were edited to be bright. You can see our facial features. We have a nose. You can see that we took time to make sure that you know what we look like. When somebody walks into a room, all right, it's the same thing. Attraction marketing is the same thing as when you're in a room of people and you're attracted to that one person that everybody else is attracted to. Because why? Because they're put together, because they're confident, because they're loud and proud, whatever. But the first thing, especially working online, is that we're kind of like Sims. You have to be, your profile needs to be attractive. You need to be seen. We need to be able to see your characteristics. And so, you know, Sherry talked about presets and everything else. So that's point number one. Point number two is that on everybody that has talked, I know a feeling that they have experienced because of our products. And that's just from me following them for 4 years. The reason why I am killing it right now with products after I had this baby is because when Tiffany Herr had her last baby and she was posting bikini pictures about how she was using the products, I was like, watch this. This is going to be Tiffany 2.0. Everybody's going to know how I feel because of these products. It's a transfer of emotion. But something that they've all done is they have kept a lasting impression of how the products feel. All right, we sell products. If you want to, I can't even tell you how many people I've enrolled within this last month, but also in the last probably year, talking and transferring the emotion of how the products are making me feel, whether I was pregnant or after pregnancy or before pregnancy. I'm talking about how, sorry, this is happening, how the products make me feel. And then, and like I said before, knowing that guys, I'm telling you, everybody is going through something similar that you're going through, and be the voice for them. We want people to relate to. We're constantly looking for someone that we relate to. And something I love that Brittany just kind of started the entire thing with. Are you going to do this right now? Something that Brittany started the entire thing with is you have to level up. This business, Cami always says, is self-development with a compensation plan. Everybody is always trying to be better than they are today, all right? You need to be the person on their social media that is, you know, maybe you're a new mom and maybe you're talking about the struggles of a new mom. Like, you know, I've been constantly talking about the struggles that I had just looking at myself in the mirror and just my mental health and everything else. And I'm sharing that online and I'm attracting so many people to me because the way I'm feeling is the products are making me feel, but also this business has truly, it's brought me through my darkest days. Always. It has always given me happiness through my darkest days. I've been fully invested in this business and I'm constantly sharing on how this business has been so positive on my life. People are looking for something positive to bring into their life. They are always looking to level up. They are everybody, guys, you guys are all sitting right here. Tomorrow, do you want to be better? So does everybody else that's not in this business, but be the voice. Be the voice, put online that you are better today because of yesterday. Say why. Is it the products? Is it because the friendships that you've had in this business? Is it because you know you've made $100 fast start and today you're able to fill up your gas tank, but last week you couldn't? Being able to be vulnerable and share those things because you will attract people that are afraid to say it first. You know, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I cannot ever show perfection. And so that's something that I remember too, you know, in attraction marketing, when I was like, I'm telling you, I went into like deep, like what is attraction marketing? I watched so many attraction marketing videos when I first heard about it. And I'm like, I am so not perfect and I can't be picture perfect at all. I had to put in my sarcasm. I had to put my real life. I had to put myself out there. I had to free myself online and show everybody what Lachelle is really about. And I started attracting parts of Lachelle. You will attract parts of you through people, but it's up to you to put those parts of you out online. And then lastly, because nobody's really talked about this yet, but I am a messenger. I'm a messenger. I message. I'm a messenger. I'm a stork. No, I message. I enjoy messaging. I like starting the conversation, but how I do it is that if I'm making you laugh on my post the other day when like it's not fair that we pee our pants after children, okay? It's just not. Like this is not fair. Like nobody told me about this. All my mom friends did not tell me about this, okay? But if you comment on that post and if I went to your profile and I thought that you could be good at this opportunity, they got a message. Why? Because I've already made you laugh. I've already shown, we've already related to something. We're both peeing our pants. Like maybe this is something that you could also benefit from, but because I've already broken that like barrier of communication and made them laugh or made them smile or related to them about something, why can I not start a conversation with them? Why could I not? I think that attraction marketing, it gives you reasons. When you put yourself out there and you attract yous towards you, it gives you a reason to message them because if you guys were in the same room, talking about peeing your pants, you guys would probably exchange numbers. So before he is just going to go crazy, let me see. Hold on. Last thing. Okay. Attraction marketing. I'm about to attract a lot of people after this Zoom because the first thing I did when I got on the Zoom was I took a picture of me holding Ashton. I'm so happy he doesn't scream because it's not cute when he screams. He's really cute, but he's not cute when he screams. I took a picture of myself. I pinned my video and I took a picture and I'm going to post after this Zoom. Today was take your kid to work day. No, it wasn't. But we're in the business that we can sit here. I can sit here and teach you guys something with my child here praying he doesn't scream. And you know what? There's a mom on my newsfeed that wishes that she could stay home with her baby. And that's going to be attractive to somebody else. That picture is going to be, he just pooped just now. Sorry, guys. That's going to be attractive to somebody else, but it's pulling those emotional strings. It's a transfer of emotion. There are mothers out there that wish they could stay home with their babies. And for me, and here's the thing, you don't have to be a stay-at-home mom to take the same picture. If your baby is asleep in the other room, go pick them up, take a picture. It's take your kid to work day. This is still a lot of us consider this our job. Go share on social media about how maybe you're not a stay-at-home mom yet. Manifest it into your future. I can't wait till I'm a stay-at-home mom and every day is take my kid to work day. So I think I'm gonna start with that. Before he screams.
Are you done? Is that why you had
Yeah.
silence? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want to cut you off. That was amazing. I'm sure you have a diaper to change now. So we're gonna move on to Stefani. I know she's on here. I saw her on here. So we're gonna move on to Stefani Dunn. Stefani Dunn is the #1 income earner in this company, and she is going to talk about how she attracts people into her business using her own style of attraction marketing. So hopefully she's on. Hey, there she is. Okay.
So this is pretty exciting. So I'm going to tell you guys we're going to have a Monday night AA, and what that means is we are attracting but attacking. So we're going to do two things tonight. We're going to attract, but I want you to attack. And I think for me, I'm going to give you guys such a different perspective because I've been in for over 10 years now. So I've seen so many things change, and we're constantly learning. And so I've heard amazing tips, and I'm one to be like constantly learning. So for those of you that are brand new and you're just like, I don't know where to start, or, you know, you're watching this Zoom and you're just like, I'm ready to be the person that is attracting more people, more distributors. So kind of the first thing that you want to do is really, who do you want to attract? Is it distributors? Is it customers? Because what you're posting is what you're attracting to. And so for me, I'm so passionate about the business and how it can change your life and how you can be a social influencer and take your business anywhere. So if you can sneak a little peek onto this behind me, this is actually Pam Sauter's house. So I am up in her guest house doing this Zoom, and I just love that we can do this from anywhere. But something that kind of struck out to me is I didn't have the beautiful home. I didn't have all these things. I didn't know about apps. I didn't really know Instagram, you guys, for a while. And so I had to learn and watch other people, and not to compare yourself to those that you think, God, they have it all together. What you're going to do is continue to understand that you're going to get better. And so after tonight, you know, there's been some amazing tips of going and getting the filters. What do you want your pictures to look like? Who are you? Do you love animals? So going back through and really making sure that you guys know who you are. And with that, there's a book out there called Building the Story Brand by Donald Miller. And it's a great place to use as an audible or to go get, even for me to go back through and kind of, you know, look at myself and go, my story is constantly changing. And so making sure that you do something like that to learn. And so understand you're not going to have it all together, but they're going to get better and better as you do and as you grow. We all have parks in our city, usually, you know, our hometown, if you're a small town. Lighting is amazing outside, so make sure that you're taking those pictures outside and showing that. Like, I'm so glad that Claire shared about going and getting the tiles and making a pretty background. Maybe you have a beach towel or something that you can just go lay out in your yard and show, like having a little picnic or something. You know, there's a lot of ideas. And so something that I do is I just scroll like through Instagram, and I'm like, okay, I like this. Can I duplicate something like that for myself? So if there's something that catches your eye, go and do something like that and then do it for yourself. So make sure that you're doing that. And I just want you guys to know, you know, constantly I'm learning Instagram. I didn't even know that you could hashtag on the stories. And I was like, what? So I just learned that, and I post them on there and didn't know it. So you don't need to know everything, but you need to know that you're going to learn something every single day. And so are you willing to do that? Are you willing to understand that it takes time and research, right? So I think a lot of people just think it's going to come overnight, and it doesn't come overnight. You just have to try and experiment with things. And you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, and be consistent with trying something. So don't just do it one time and think, well, that didn't work. Do it over time and see, okay, that really didn't work. Gosh, it did work on this day, and kind of keep a, you know, look at your analytics and see when is a good time for me to post. What are people looking at? You know, for me, I have a golden retriever, and so I'm so glad. That's why, you know, he had the salary with the salary challenge. I wanted to do something that was different. That's something that nobody had done yet that would catch somebody's eye. And because I didn't have the salary yet, so I was like, what can I do to make this fun? And so we used our dog Koa and put that celery stick in his mouth. And everybody loves that because animals make people happy. And that's who I am. I love to have fun and just make people smile, and animals do that for me, and they do it for so many people. So, you know, you can even borrow a friend's dog or something if you know, but you know, there's just things that what brings joy to your life. And I think, you know, for me, people are like, Cal, you've been doing this for 10 years. How can you still do this? Because I'm passionate about it. I'm excited. I've seen that trickle effect of changing lives. And how it started was me using the product, talking about it. Oh my gosh, that Wrap, Tighten, Tone, and Firm Me in 45 minutes. You've got to try it. So when you get your kit, you guys, try the energy stick. Let them know what you're feeling. Buy magazines or go to the grocery store and look at health magazines, like what's trending, because I've been posting third-party stuff in my stories with everything is salary right now. So when I can give a third-party example, it builds up trust that it's not just me telling them. Of course, I want to give them the, you know, like what's working for me, but a third party helps kind of do that as well. Same thing with apple cider vinegar. It's all over. So when we get new products or we get something like that, Google it, start to look those things up and see if you have some things that you can throw in your story or in your post that isn't always it works, but it brings them in. And so I've really done a lot of that. And what you know, what do you guys really want out of this? I think it's so important that you realize and you take the time tonight and look at your social media and go, okay, I think it looks good. Should I ask my enroller? Should I ask my upline for some help? And go, I'm ready for you to give me an honest opinion of what I can do better, right? And so be open for that help that you need, because we want you successful. We're doing this Zoom. And so make sure that you're not afraid to ask questions and go, I want to learn. Could you guide me to where to go do it? We're going to give you guys as much as we can, but be willing to do the research yourself. All throughout this whole hour, I've heard people look up at YouTube. They've looked up at other bloggers. What is attracting to them? What are they doing? And they started to implement that into their business. So starting today, you can be that, you know, social influencer that's attracting the people that you want. And you want fun people. You want people that are willing to work, and be open about that. And don't be afraid to do that. And I think that's something, you know, for me is, I want people to know that I'm going to give you the option to ask me questions, but don't be afraid and be mad at me for you doing the work, you know. So that's just something that is super, super important that I think you should do. And, you know, as for me, I'm the old one in the Zoom, and I love that because sometimes you may sign somebody up that's not a millennial or that's not ever had Instagram or Facebook, or they don't have a lot of followers yet. And how can we help them grow that network? I did not have Facebook and I did not have Instagram when I first started this business. So the good news is it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter if you have 100 followers or maybe you're just getting started. What matters is that you're going to grow that network. And you guys, what a great place to start. If you have 300, 400, 600 followers, is you get to decide who you attract in. And so you get to bring that in and start creating now. And so something that I am constantly doing is picking up magazines, picking up books, and learning from that. And this might be silly, but because I wasn't such a strong, what I didn't think was a strong Instagrammer, you know, social influencer, is I'm willing to learn. And so something I picked up, and I've posted this on my wall before, but it's called the Insta Style, and it's just a book. And what I loved about it is it gives you guys apps. It gives you, you know, talks about Unfold. It talks about lighting, how to take pictures, analytics on Instagram and Facebook, and knowing the times of the day of when to post and when to attract those people. And our video is the most important. Like, you're gonna start to learn that. And so that's just a great book for me that's helped me. So when people are like, what am I doing right now? I pick up my book and look and go, wow, I didn't know that. I want to try and implement that into my Instagram story. And so again, I've been pretty successful in this business, and over 10 years of consistent keyword, enroller and top income earner. And so when I'm sharing things, it's things that's working for me. And so I know Brittany said how many distributors she had, and I still think, gosh, I'm, again, I was on as a top enroller with, I think I'm at 23 distributors. Joel said, I said, I don't even know how many I have right now. And it's okay, because I don't compare or, look sideways. I just know there's so many people out there that want what we have, and I want to be the person that they see. And so when Brittany says she doesn't message necessarily, she's attracting, I'm attracting people into my life, into my story, but I am not afraid to message people, because I want to be that person that asks. And the reason I do that is because I was so mad that nobody offered me the opportunity when I needed it so bad. And so for me, why I'm pretty aggressive, why I say attract and attack, is because I think back, and some of you may be on the Zoom going, I wish somebody would have asked me earlier. Or maybe it is like Brittany and Claire, where they said text opportunity. Make sure that you're asking, or that you have that call to action on there, so you're inviting them in. Nobody invited me into the opportunity. And I was like, everything looked normal on the outside. I had a house, things looked good. We were entrepreneurs, but they didn't know how bad it truly was. And so you guys have to remember, there's a time to make sure that you're asking and inviting people in, and making sure that you have those and being consistent with it. Because I have somebody that joined today that has been watching me for 10 years. Successful business owner, owns a construction company, multiple businesses, has homes in Florida and Michigan, but she works so much and doesn't have freedom of time. And she's seen what we've done. So, that's something that you would need to remember, is consistently showing your growth through it and knowing where you're going. Like some of these girls have said, is, do you know where you're going? Because here's for me is, I know where I'm going with or without you. I would much rather take you with me, but I'm still going to go. And so make sure that you know that, and there's going to be a time and a place, because you constantly are planting those seeds. So make sure that you are doing your due diligence with planting those seeds and following up with that. So, in this business and getting started, it's so scary. I get it. I still get scared. I still get nervous, but how these incredible girls have done it, and they said confidence. I did not have confidence at the beginning, but I learned, and I was so sick of being where I was at, that I put myself out there, and guess what? I got better. The products worked. I built more confidence. I got more results. I gathered more confidence. So that's how you do it. I signed a distributor, and I was like, oh my gosh, that created confidence. And more that you do it, the more confident you get. So looking back, I think I was just a mess, but I was willing to do what anybody told me to do. And so newbies, this is something, newbies are people that have been in and feel stuck. You get to decide tonight after this Zoom, are you going to do something with the Zoom and take mass action and attack it? Or are you going to sit back, and are you going to watch all of these, social influencer, top enrollers continue to gather customers and distributors? There are so many out there that you can bring into your business that are attracted to you that you have no idea. And so, that's really what I wanted to bring, was a perspective of, you don't need to be perfect, but you have to start. You have to say tonight, I'm in this, whether I get a like on my post or not, because I could look at things and go, and I do this. I told Alyssa Billy this weekend, I'm like, don't stand next to me. Your pictures are amazing, and get into the comparison, right? And I don't want to do that, because I'm in my lane, and there's going to be people that are attracted to Alyssa, and there's going to be people that are going to be attracted to Stefani, and we can post the exact, stand next to each other and take the same picture. but you don't compare, just do. And you're going to get better. You're going to get better. You're going to build that confidence in your calls. You're going to show up, and you're going to stay so committed on knowing exactly what you want to do. And so tonight, I know that you're all going to go back. You're going to share that with your teams. You're going to make sure that they watch the Zoom replay and know that starting today that they're going to be the next one on the Zoom talking about how they attracted 22 distributors into their business when other people are just like, it's not working. I'm telling you guys, it's working. It's working if you decide to work it. So I love you guys. I hope that brought a little bit of a different perspective, knowing that you can learn this no matter who you are, where you come from, what background and what age. And I'm just so pumped that I'm still, and I always will be, in the trenches with you, constantly learning and growing and teaching you things that I'm still learning. So I love this. I think this was so needed that we can learn to just take pretty pictures with lighting and the backgrounds. And I don't even need to go over all of that kind of stuff, but going back and you doing your work and your homework of listening, going and getting the books, and then applying all that's needed. So anything else?
Thank you so much, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
I wanted to end it with a quick 1-minute audio by John Maxwell, because it's literally exactly what we were talking about. So I'm going to share. It's a 1-minute audio, and please listen, guys, because you're gonna understand. It's everything that we've taught you guys today is gonna come together. So just listen really quick. It's about 1 minute.
Staying ahead of the team comes from thinking ahead of the team. If you think ahead, you can stay ahead. As political columnist George Will said, the future has a way of arriving unannounced. We cannot recover yesterday, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose. How can we do that as leaders? What can we do today to ensure we have what we need to lead tomorrow? We have to practice what I call advanced attraction, which I discovered in the 1980s. I concluded that I could experience a positive future only if I had a good dream and a good team. At that time, my dream excited me, but my team did not. How was I going to attract the team I needed to fulfill my dream? When you become aware of what you need or want, you're better able to see it and attract it. If you think about blue, you will see blue everywhere you look. If you start noticing blue, you will see even more blue. What you focus on expands. Awareness allows you to bring into your future the people and resources that you need. It enables you to lead your life instead of merely accepting it. Being unaware has exactly the opposite effect. Unawareness lets you see nothing, attract nothing, and receive nothing that will enhance your future. Leaders who are unaware wonder why they don't have access to the resources they need to ensure a better tomorrow. They cannot lead or shift. Their tomorrow will not be any better than their today. Going back to what I did in the 80s, the first step toward getting a better team for the future was to know what I wanted and needed. I started by writing down the qualities of a team I wanted to have. This developed an increased awareness in me that promoted advanced attraction. Here's how it works. When you know who you are and you know what you want, then you will know the kind of people you will attract and the things you will discover. Your mind will think things that will help you get what you want. Your eyes will see things that will help you get what you want. Your heart will feel things that will help you get what you want. Your attitude will believe things that will help you get what you want. Your mouth will say things that will help you get what you want. And your actions will attract things that will help you get what you want. As I attracted and discovered the kind of team members I needed to realize my dream, I began to experience positive results. Today, I am abundantly reaping the benefits of this leadership. Number 6, move forward.
So really quickly, that was amazing. That was John Maxwell. It's called Leadership. Instead of leadership, it's leadership. So really quickly, what I've done in my leadership journey before I go is I built my business 100% on Instagram. So if you look at your Instagram, you see there's 12 boxes, right? When you look at your feed, there's 12 boxes. So I'm thinking to myself, what kind of person am I trying to attract? What are my 12 categories of my personality that I'm going to show on my feed that's going to attract people that are related to me and related to the things that I want? So my 12 categories, of course, make your own. Don't copy the exact categories, but make your own. My 12 categories is a selfie with a motivational story, my story, like Brittany says. She tells her story and people are attracted to her. Second one is family. My third category is books and personal development. I will post a book of John Maxwell or something, and I'll post hashtags related to that because I'm trying to attract people that are into personal development. I'm trying to attract people that are into personal growth, wanting to get better. I also post my dog because I'm in love with my dog and it attracts other dog moms who feel the same that I do. My next category is someone's story. So someone's story for my team. Someone that I've helped in their journey. 12 boxes means like your news feed. So let me just show you real quick. Hold on. So I've actually put here in my Instagram, this is my Instagram with the presets that Claire was talking about. I have like these pink presets on my picture. So preset is another name for a filter. So for those of you who don't know what a preset is at all, you're like, what is a preset? A preset is another name for a filter. You put the same filter on every photo and it makes all your pictures have like a similar tone. So I have like a pink preset filter on all my pictures. So you'll see that I'll have me and my boyfriend. I'll have someone that joined my team, but I'm putting that she's now going to start making money from her phone. I'm not putting anything, it works. I'm putting champagne glasses and I'm saying cheers to the amazing women on my team. Everyone is growing, positive things. I also put motivational quotes. Then I'll put a picture of me and family. I'll put always, I hear, hello, what did I put? I put in the caption, introduce yourself. Let me know what state you guys are from. Then I'll put a post of a selfie with a motivational post about my journey, etc. So that's what I wanted to put. Okay, so then my next category is, let me flip the screen again. How do you flip the screen? So my next category, I have 12 categories. My next category is like a fitness video or a picture of me working out because I'm trying to attract women that are into their bodies, that are into working out and stuff like that. Another one is a leadership quote because once again, I'm trying to attract leaders. I'm trying to attract people that are into these kind of things. The next one is travel. I like to travel and in my captions, I post the feeling that these things give me. I try to connect with people through emotion. So how does traveling make me feel? How does this business make me feel? What is the joy that I get from helping someone else retire, from someone else, retiring their husband? You got to connect with them through emotions. So another one that I use is coffee. Coffee is something that I'm in love with. So I'm always posting about my fat burning coffee. I'm not posting about it works keto coffee. I'm posting about this coffee that helped me drop 25 pounds or this fat burning coffee that's so good and keeps you full for hours. So I'm always posting things that are going to attract people without giving the actual name. So I have my 12 categories and every one of my pictures has something related to these categories. And I like to engage people with my captions. And I also like to end it with a call to action. Just like these other girls, a call to action means like, message me the word info to find out more. You have to tell people what to do because if you don't tell people what to do, they're literally going to just see your post and be like, oh, that's nice. She's making money. That's cool. But if they see you're making money and at the end you say, text the word info to this number or DM the word opportunity or DM the word join to this number. Now the people that are reading it, you're giving them something to do and they're going to do it. Which is called a call to action. So I always have a call to action at the end. And I know that during our meeting with all the girls here talking about what we were going to do and talk about, I know they spoke about polls on Instagram stories. I don't think anyone has mentioned it yet. So I know a lot of girls do polls on their Instagram story. They'll post like a story and they'll post like, how much weight are you trying to lose? 15 pounds or 30 or more. And then people will have to vote. then you go and you message anyone who's commented on that, and you actually, and the same thing with growing your business. You know, I'm looking for a few people who want to make extra money. Are you looking to make $200 or $500 or more? Then people are going to vote, and you're going to message those people. Hey girl, I saw that, you know, you were interested in making an extra $200, blah, blah, blah. And then you get to know them, and that's how you grow with the opportunity. And the same with your Instagram. But attraction marketing is the world, because you don't want to post everything. And also one more last thing before I go. If your It Works name, I mean, if your Instagram name has Alexa It Works on it, you might want to think about rebranding yourself and just having it as your name or something else. Because if you're following people, if you're engaging with people and your name is It Works, people are going to right away say like, oh, I know what she wants. I know she wants to sell me on something. So definitely, or if your profile picture is like the Fit Pack or something like that, you definitely need to figure it out. But make it your face, take pictures. Oh, the last thing that I do is I have selfie days. So I don't always have makeup on, and I know these girls, especially like the moms on here, they don't always look cute as how like they do today. But there are days where I will do my makeup, I will take a bunch of selfies, I will change my outfit, I will maybe flip my hair out in some of them, and I will have so much content. I will have pictures where I go out on a nice day, I change outfits a few times, I'll take pictures, and then I will have that content for the week or for the month. And then in between will be my opportunity posts and coffee pictures and travel pictures and TBT pictures. But you don't feel like you have to be, because I know all the women that were on here today were like extremely beautiful. So don't think that you have to be extremely beautiful in order to attract people. You know, have a day of the week where you put some effort into your image and you fix yourself up, you have good lighting, you take amazing pictures, and you save those pictures. Then there's a bunch of apps like Facetune and a whole bunch of other apps that can fix you up if you're not feeling the best. But if your main picture is a Snapchat picture of you with bunny ears and a nose covering, people are not going to connect with you. So try your best to save content for when you need it. And then of course there's other things like the presets and filters and all that stuff. So, but definitely connect with your upline for more advice on that. Yeah, I do not look like this every day. As soon as I get off here, I'm washing my face, putting the bun back on, because that's real life. So that's it, guys. So I was the last one on here. So I want to thank everyone that came on. And I hope you got so much amazing content from this video. And I'm so excited that we put it together for you guys. So Brittany is going to have the recording soon. And then we will share it. She'll share it on the top leaders page. And then we'll all get it from there and share it on our team pages. But the bottom line is just figure out who you are, who you want to attract, and be that person on social media, on your stories, on your news feed. And you're going to start attracting better quality people. So that's it, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and have a good night.